Good evening, everybody. Welcome to a Wednesday night stream for the Pink Pandas. Hope everyone's doing well on this Wednesday night. Thank you for joining. We got Alfredo Man. Yeah, feel free to enter the draw. Kieran, Jacko, Min, Clayton. Oh, I just got music then. Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, so just for future reference, for the starting soon screen, there's a word with stream that'll run in the background. So if you see the little letters up there and you know the words, feel free, you just have to type them in the chat. And you can just play along just to pass some time. So just something a little bit different. What's everyone been up to? Zach Pandas Wood, I play pro clubs. I used to be very big on pro clubs for FIFA, so love FIFA pro clubs. If we're talking AFL I don't think it would work, but just because of the ground size and the player size. But FIFA, yep, definitely a big Pro Club fan. They just need to show it some more love. They kind of neglected it and put all their coins and energy into Ultimate Team, which I only played for the first time this year. But Pro Clubs has got a lot of potential if done correctly, but I just felt they neglected it. So, no, not late at all, Angus. Welcome. No need to say sorry. It's all good. Min, does anyone know if a content creator is going to show off the game prior to release, like Twisted did with Evo 2? Yes, the answer is categorically yes, Min. J&T Ant on Big Footy did confirm, initially confirmed that there was a content creator, but then today said creators. Unfortunately, one of them is not me. I didn't get the call up for that, but I understand I'm just a small fry in comparison. The general consensus is one is Kados, so is it Caden McDonald? And the second one, the assumption's Twisty, but we don't know categorically who it actually is either way, to be honest. But yes, they are getting content people in to play the game and to use footage for showing, which will be better than what I filmed on the phone and what people filmed on their camera. So that's going to be good. My vibe is we will see footage tomorrow, and I say that I don't know, but I'm saying that because it was someone on Big Footy who triggered the thinking process that the last 3 days, Big Ant or JNT Big Ant has posted an image each day. So he posted a Richmond banner, a Carlton banner on the second day, and then the coin toss today. So it's a chronological, it could be a chronological order of events. So when a game starts, the two teams run out through the banner, then you have a coin toss, and then comes gameplay. So, and they've always been big on Thursdays is when things happen for some reason. So I'm hoping tomorrow we see some gameplay of some kind, which would be pretty cool. But I might be wrong. This is just my guess. No, still no code for AFL23. Unfortunately, the info I was originally given was wrong. So originally it was said that it was going to be early release version. Now I'm not sure if that... I don't know if that's what was meant to happen originally, or if it was just miscommunicated from a couple of parties through to me. But Big Ant have said that we'll get the codes on the 13th. But yeah, so I don't know whether that'll be morning, afternoon, or night. My grand plan or hope was that I'd be able to have it downloaded to be able to play on midnight, but I don't think that's going to be the case. So today I pre-ordered on PS5 from JB to pick up on the 13th, and the code I'll hopefully be able to use for a Steam version. G'day Grok, how are you, mate? But yeah, so I don't think at this stage, it doesn't look likely I'll be able to do a midnight stream because I don't think I'll have the code to be able to download the game with, which sucks. But look, not going to complain because it's still going to be a code at the end of the day for Steam, hopefully. Hopefully it's not restricted to just console, but it is what it is. I mean, feel like that would be hyped up more, especially for me anyways. I freaked when I saw Twisty do what he did with Evo. Yeah, well, I think that's why they got the creators in, Min, so that's categorically happening. I just don't know what day. Alfredo, welcome. Hope you're doing well, Alfredo, man. FIFA's quite bland now, legit. Just, yeah, it's true, Min. I mean, I enjoyed Ultimate Team this year because it was the first time doing it, but like I said, Pro Club is just... they've neglected it massively. Quick injury update from Angus. Did a fracture right in the growth plate. Still been in moon boot for 2 more weeks. Jesus, there, that's not good in the growth plate. Well, I mean, don't rush getting back from the injury, as frustrating as it might be. But yeah, that's shit, 2 more weeks. Min, how frequent do you think we'll get updates? As it's a new release and a few bugs or just a few little details missing? Look, I think, you know, all of us who play games know that even with the big titles, that I would say 90% of them have a patch within 1 to 5 days of release, even on launch. So it's not that uncommon to patch little minor bugs and things like that. As to how frequent, I think there'll definitely be one in the first week, because they would have had to have gone gold at some point in time It's obviously because I think some stores actually already have the discs from what I could gather today. So I think there'll be a patch to start with, but there's going to be constant support. So I'm not really phased or deterred by patches. I mean, if anything, it's a good thing that they're going to be ironing out stuff as it happens. Better than just here's the game, whatever happens kind of thing. Daily entry for Min, I'll note that one down. Wake up from a nap, Grok. Very good. Brandon, welcome. When will AFL23 be on digital stores? That's still the million-dollar question. I don't know the proper answer to that. So, well, I sort of do, but sort of don't. So Big Ant have said that their plan is to have, in an ideal world, their grand plan is for the digital stores to go live at 12:01 on the 13th. So just after midnight, that'll hit the stores. But I think a lot of that is dependent on Steam themselves, Sony, Microsoft, etc. So I think it's a little bit not in full control of Big Ant. So they can do what they can do, but then whether the other end processes the info in time and uploads it is another question that they can't control. But apparently, worst case, Ross reckons that it'll hit maybe midnight UK time, which would be about 9 o'clock in the morning here. Because I think that's where maybe Steam and all that are located, for example, so if it's based off their time zones. So there's nothing more definitive than that at the moment. But yeah, hopefully it's a goer. We'll see what happens though. Normally FIFA have a patch 7 to 10 days after release in 2K. Yeah, that's right, man. And it can be, because it just depends on when they go light, when they go gold versus what else they add into the game. Because I know Ross was still taking suggestions as early as this week about adding fantasy points in and stuff like that. So it's going to be a rolling thing. And he was saying that patches can take, 3 or 4 days potentially to get pushed through as well. So it doesn't always happen straight away, which is interesting. Clayton, welcome. Not so much. Well, the only really real news is that we have been told and assured, of course, that we will see gameplay of some type, and obviously like proper gameplay I'm talking about, not just, off a phone or a camera, proper gameplay and more info on the features before release. I'm guessing tomorrow we'll see something a bit more chunkier, just based on some cryptic posting and clues from Big Ant on Big Footy Forum today. But I might be totally wrong, but that's just my vibe. Footy. Yeah, I think tomorrow, Thursday's always been the day, so I think we will see something. But yeah, I was a little bit, naturally, a bit bummed to to not have gotten the call up for the content piece, but I know that's there's bigger fish to fry out there than me. So by 10 a.m. on the 13th, it should be out. In theory, Brody, yeah. So in theory, by 10 o'clock on the 13th, it should be on all digital stores. Assuming that, Steam, Sony and all that do their part. So that's probably the bit we aren't too sure about. I haven't played FIFA for a little while, Zach. Otherwise I would, but yeah, this is going to take up bulk of my time now, I think. If I get back into it though, we've got a Pink Panda Pro Club as well, so I love the mode though. I think it's cool to play with friends. It's really, really good. Oh, Angus with the redemption. I better bring up my spreadsheet. I've got to add Min and I've got to add Angus. You reckon the creators get a hold of the game, they go into depth almost similar? I don't know. They didn't really hint. They mentioned, when I say they, JNT began, mentioned gameplay. Didn't mention the deep dive side of things, but it would make sense if that was to happen. I think that it's people are crying out for it. So I think that it would be a good step to take. So I was just adding Min and Angus's entry into the draw. So we don't know if they'll have the Fox Footy scoreboard as well. We don't. No one's actually really answered that. So we'll have to wait and see. But I didn't mind the scoreboard as it was, to be honest. But maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm a basic person. I think the intro to the AFL23 trailer will be the Star Team walkout. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I'm interested. I think someone made a point the other day. It's going to be interesting to see what the walkout, if there is a walkout animation or anything like that for the cards is. That's obviously a get my control. That's obviously, you know, a pretty cool feature on FIFA. So hopefully it comes through. I really hope they do. I think we've got enough gameplay wise. If we do get gameplay, maybe more rare animations that added. See, I kind of disagree a little bit, Min, in the sense that I don't think we got anything gameplay wise. Like, as much as I loved streaming that from a phone, as much as I've loved watching Twisty's videos and Caden's videos, Robbo's videos and all that kind of stuff, we haven't really gotten much from it. And I say that because it's the old build, right? Because you know, by their own admission, there's been very, very old code, very, very old assets in there. It's not really a true, what we've seen so far is not in any way, shape or form a true representation of what we're going to be playing, which is a good thing, because I think what we've seen so far I thought was still reasonably good, so it's only going to get better from there, of course. So I think they do need to do a proper, I don't know if we did get the gist of it. I think there's still a lot of things that won't work out. I think there's a lot of things that didn't have full functionality even what we played. Minor things, but things that make the game feel more authentic. So I would be keen to see definitely more of a deep dive on gameplay in a more intrinsic way. But maybe I'm a bit of a nuffy, I don't know. Hero 7 scoreboard's better, more colour on it. What will be interesting, Clayton, is if they have amended the colour overlay for the Richmond scoreboard with the yellow and white writing. Like I said, in person you could read it okay. It was fine. But I think there is a benefit to be had for changing that, maybe. You know, if some people have got not perfect eyesight, you don't want people straining to read stuff. Do I have any idea? I'm just spinning in a circle here. Hey Laurie, welcome. G'day Sarge, how are you mates? A grey grok, black with the yellow would look better. I know I'm spinning around a circle, I don't really care if I don't qualify, I want to go up and read a comment. Do you have any idea why the set shot bar was different on the grand final week? It keeps scrolling. Who sent that? Brody, sorry. Oh, thank you for the follow, Laurie, much appreciated. Yes, so Brody, that set shot build that you would have seen on the grand final week was even older again than what we played on the launch night. So that would have been at the very, very basic, very start of what they were doing. And maybe that was what the shot bar was going to be, but as the devs were saying on the night, with the new tech that they've got, the shot bar, or the dual shot bars, was actually something they were able to really hone in on and change and overhaul quite a bit because of the different mechanics and different, I suppose, animations and things that they've got access to now with their new engines. So I think that's why we saw a completely different shot meter in the version that we played at launch compared to that grand final one. The new one's much better, much better. Hope you're doing well, Laurie. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Pink Panthers. We're getting close to 500, folks. Getting very, very close. Appreciate everyone's love and support. I found the goal kicking really hard when it went on grand final week. Yeah, I didn't play that one. I should exit this game, shouldn't I? But like I said, I found at times the goal kicking hard on the new one too, because of it was that second meter, that timing meter. I saw someone on Big Footy today make a post about that in the footage that they've seen, that they didn't really see the ball go through like above goalpost height or whatever. Now I don't know what footage they were referring to. If they were referring to mine, the simple answer to that is I know from when I was playing it that I was not powering the power bar up as high as I could because I was scared I was going to overcook it. So there was quite a few times when I was kicking for goal, I was only going to half power, and that's why it probably wasn't going through as high as it should have. So if anyone posted that it was here, that's what I think it will be. Going well, thanks Sarge, going well. How's your car situation going, mate? How's the insurance stuff going? Laura Cakes, hi, one of my customers recommended you in my bakery. I was watching a stream and she asked me, are you on Twitch? Interesting, Laurie. Interesting. Thank you. Wheel spin for 500? No, not quite, Grok. What I will say, though, is to celebrate 500 when that eventually rolls around and the AFL game, I am looking to do a Jenga subathon. So it's a little bit different. So I've got a sore throat. I don't know what's happening. So whenever that rolls around, I'm still working out the different bits and pieces, but all it will be essentially, as I mean, everyone knows how a subathon works, but any sub done will remove a Jenga piece from the Jenga tower, and each piece will have a punishment on it, whether it's the Bean Boozled or a sour toxic base thing or a pie in the face or whatever. So I've got a table next to me that actually put a camera on the Jenga block. So yeah, that's something to look out for way down the track. No, not way down the track, but I've got to get shit organised, I suppose. Something a bit different. Brandon, very excited about AFL23 coming soon. It's way better than the last three. It is. Only 8 days. Seriously, it's kind of almost a good thing that Easter's in between all this, because obviously Easter, people are going to be spending time with family and friends and things like that, and that may, in some capacity, make time go faster, because it's dragging. Like, the anticipation is killing me. Like, I find myself sitting, like, I'm doing work at work, of course, but then I'll be on Big Footy on the AFL thread, just hitting refresh every 5 minutes to see if there's been an update or gameplay or something like that I can have a look at. It's good though, because it's building. Oh my God! Yeah, it's good because it's building the hype that they want. But I think we just need to see more. Min played Evo 2 today, and anything they feel they smashed is momentum. It was massive in parts of the game I played today. A few people in Min were also saying that in their Cricket 22 game they had something similar to what you're talking about with the momentum, or like a confidence meter kind of thing, which is sort of similar, I suppose, to what you're saying, where a player's performance would improve if their confidence meter was high. I think that would be a really cool addition. That would be, yeah, it would be cool. Philip, welcome. I might do some follower games after. I only just sort of flipped it on, so I'll get through a few solo ones, then we might get some other people involved and run some squads or duos or whatever we've got going, so stand by. Yeah, the subathon, it will be fun. And essentially, all the subs end up doing is go back into the stream to get other games, to produce other content, to keep interacting with you all, is all really will do. But yeah, a bit of a different one using Jenga pieces, and that was your idea, Grok. I will not take an ounce of credit for that. I said to have Jenga involved, and you came up with the idea to do it as the basis of how it all works. So I will give you full credit, my friend. But I've got to get like all the toxic waste drums. I've got to get the Bean Boozled. I've got to get some shaving cream and some plates, I suppose. Got to see what costumes and wigs and shit that we've got here. And if anyone, actually on that, if anyone's got any punishment suggestions to put on the Jenga blocks for a subathon, feel free to chuck them in here, or in the Discord, or wherever, so I can add them to the list. Oh, I've done this too well. Oh God. No, that nearly worked. But has everyone pre-ordered the game, or are people still holding off because you're waiting for more info? There's no right or wrong answer here. It's not a trick question, because I understand both sides of the fence. Brush your teeth and orange. Oh, that's disgusting. That's a good one, actually. Texas chili bowl. So I was thinking, I forgot to add this in. So for the if and when the Jenga tower falls, I'm thinking that might result in like the hot chip or the hot gummy bear or something like that. Something really shit that I really don't want to do. Min, you're waiting for the digital release. I want to do that, Min. I really do. I'm just not scared, but the unknown of not having like a proper answer of when it's coming out, that's just more the impatient part in me, because I do plan on having a day off on the Thursday so I can play and stream it. So I just didn't want to run the risk of waiting for that to hit digital stores if I'm maybe sitting around till the afternoon, if you know what I mean. But so I'm a little bit impatient with that. Brody, waiting for it to go to PS Store because you have digital console. Yeah, okay, so you've kind of got no choice there. Like I said, it sounds like it definitely will be getting there. It's just a matter of the time, I suppose. Alfredo, you're going to buy it when it comes digital. I've only got Xbox Series X. Okay, it's the same deal. This is the thing, like, so many people now have got those digital-only consoles that it has to get on there. Like, it won't not be on there. Apparently, someone, I don't know if this was true or not, but someone mentioned somewhere that when Evo 2 come out, it didn't hit digital stores for like a couple of weeks. Was that right? Did anyone experience that at all? Brandon? Yeah, the AFL achievement list. Yeah. It probably wasn't actually... I didn't think the achievements was as long as I thought it was going to be. I wonder if they patched more in. I thought there might have been a few more or any relating to Star Team. I didn't see anything that was relating to that, which I thought was interesting. Min, I'll get the disc if the digital release is delayed. Just don't trust myself with disc. I know your history with tech gear. Very good, Min. That's a very good point you make. Have you got your new keyboard yet? All Australian team in career mode confirmed due to achievements. Yes, I did see the All Australian one, but a few people wanted to know. I don't know if it was mentioned clearly or not. Does that mean the All Australian thing? Is that your individual player that you create? Like if you're playing as your pro, for lack of a better term, or is that just if you get any of your players from your 22 that you use for Richmond, Carlton, Hawthorn, whatever? If any of them make All Australian, I wasn't quite sure. Can't be that weak, can it, girl? Oh, really? Well, I'm going to try and get the chip as well. That really hot chip. We might do like some wasabi. Might have to eat a tomato because I fucking hate tomatoes. Worst thing ever. So yeah, keep an eye out for the subathon stuff as time goes on to celebrate 500 and AFL. It won't be time-based either because having, 2 kids and a third on the way and work and shit, I don't really have the time for it to potentially go for like, 10, 12 hours plus. I can't do that, so it might be just a 6 to 8 hour. I'd like to try and at least do 8 hours, but even trying to find that, I have to take a day off work. Hopefully they're not listening. Yeah, I don't mind hot stuff, but only if it's like mild or medium. If it's hot and it like makes it to the point of it's unbearable to even enjoy. Oh god, that's not cool. Really excited to make a custom team for your family members. How fun's doing that? It's actually a way you can even take the piss out of a few of them too. Make someone really tall and lanky. And what position are you going to put yourself in? So for those who, are going to make their own character or whatever, assuming that we can all do that, of course, surely we'll be able to. What position? Well, you can, because the career thing, you can play as a solo player. What position is everyone going to play as? Oh, is this worth 3? Yes. Mid-forward? Because the interesting part is, Brody, I think we've mentioned it before, is that with the objectives and stuff within that mode, you have to play your position, which is good. So if you're a mid-forward, and you, for whatever reason, start playing a shitload down back, you won't actually progress very well. Oh, buffalo wings tonight, very good, Grok. Homemade. Min, when I meet Tyler Reid in 2 weeks, I'm getting him to sign a fresh footy ball. Come on, man, football. Just in case it becomes a star. Easy profits. You need like an early version select card. Like the Degay roll. Yeah. I reckon there'll be a lot of that, Brody. I reckon people are going to want to do that midfield / forward type play. What's going to be interesting, though, is the camera angles everyone uses to play those roles. I think that's going to be the most fascinating part for me, to see what camera angles work best for everyone. I appreciate that, Philip. I appreciate it. I try my best to be nice. It's always... Oh, what have I done for? Better to be kind. Always good fun interacting with everybody. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, like those rookie cards. That's right, man. Exactly right. So, tell you what, the American-based ones, you can make some serious coin off that. My stepfather-in-law, Warren Step, I don't know what the best terminology is to use for that, has a, oh, I didn't qualify, that's kind of shit, has a shitload of all the American, all the baseball, NFL, basketball cards of all shapes and sizes, and there's some seriously cool ones in there. Yeah, but the signatures, that's right, and they've got the bits of material and stuff, they're pretty cool. Some Frank's Red Hot, some butter, a little garlic powder poured over some air fryer cheese. I love the air fryer. We should all go to Grox for dinner one night, shouldn't we? Lamb shanks with garlic mash last night, took the leftovers for work. Oh gosh. Apparently a rookie LeBron card, no signature, just a base, sold for 80 grand. Jesus. The other ones that'll be worth a bit, I reckon, will be Justin Herbert. Really good ones. Robbo pre-ordered AFL. Have to wait 4 days after release. How can you have to wait 4 days? Can you not get to it to pick it up in time? Even the Michael Jordan and Shaq signature cards cost a shitload. Philip will do some customs soon. Brody, I'm nervous for the game tomorrow. The Pies can win. It's going to be tough. Who have you got? Who are the Pies playing? I haven't even looked at the fixture yet, to be honest. I think everyone's footy tipping took a complete battering this week, or last week, should I say. Well, I haven't looked at the fixture yet. Yeah, we'll all drive down to Maui by the sea, and we'll have a feed at your house, Grok. Porchetta on Sunday for Easter. Curry seafood pies for Good Friday. What's I don't want to enter religious debate or talk, but does everyone do the no red meat on Good Friday, or do people not too fussed by that? I'm not fussed either way. Lauren's family do just white meat, so I go by that when there. Brisbane at the Gabba. That is going to be a tough one, Brody, and even tougher because Brisbane are seriously up against it. Like, they have botched their first few games, and the heat is right on them to actually perform. Like, I mean, to be fair though, you guys are running pretty hot at the moment. As much as not that I don't mind Connor. Oh, thank you for the follow, Kazuki Beast. That's a cool name. Much appreciated. Welcome to the Pink Pandas. I reckon you'll knock them off. Yeah. Philip, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Oh shit. We'll definitely run some customs shortly. Well, not customs, but I'll just open up for some squads. Ah, fuck, didn't dive. But yeah, I reckon the Pies will go alright against the Lions. You're just very dangerous at the moment, Brody. Dicks! Oh, Brody with the dicks. Well played. Welcome, Toledo. Welcome back. My mum does because that's how she was raised. Yeah, don't mind either way. Love fish, seafood. Yeah. No worries, Robbo. Thanks for dropping by. Hopefully you can get your game earlier than 4 days in. I don't know if you're on Big Footy or not, but I think that there will be gameplay tomorrow. That's just purely my opinion based on posts that have come out and me putting pieces of the puzzle together, but I might be wrong. No, don't feel sorry, Brady. That's what it's there for. But as soon as I see information, I will try and get it up on TikTok. It does get tricky when at work, because I can't really go and do that anywhere. But I'll try and post what I can whenever we see something. But I feel like Thursday seems to be their main call-out day for bits and pieces, and the lead-up posts are kind of hinting at gameplay happening tomorrow. But like I said, that's just my interpretation and my guess. That's not factual, but hopefully it's true. God, this baby confuses me, but you're back. What's happened, Min? What's confusing with the baby? That's true, Grok. You don't know what Lionside's going to show up. Surely they've got to get their shit together soon. And don't forget, guys, for those who haven't seen the TikTok and other posts wherever I did it, that tomorrow night we're doing the AFL quiz. So 35 questions, all things AFL related. And the winner will get a leather Sharon and an entry into the draw for the AFL23 game. So the stream will start at 9 o'clock tomorrow, but the quiz won't start until 9:30. So we'll give everyone half an hour or so to pile in, and we'll do a little test quiz at the start to make sure everyone's name's linked, and hopefully I've still got my voice tomorrow. And we'll do the quiz tomorrow, AFL quiz, footy up for grabs, and an entry into the draw, which is pretty cool. 35 questions. Should be very good. It's similar to Kahoot, Brody. It is done using QuizKit, which is built into Twitch. So I'll go through how to link it all tomorrow, but essentially you can play whether you're watching on your phone or iPad or laptop or desktop, whatever it might be. And if you're on computer or laptop, you literally click on the answer on the screen, and on your phone it'll pop up in the chat box. Essentially, it'll turn into a screen where all the questions pop up. So it's pretty good. It's better than Kahoot because I was going to use Kahoot, but you had to pay to be able to have multiple people playing stuff. It was a bit piss poor, to be honest. But QuizKit runs really well, except for that one time when it crashed. But the devs came in and helped us. So that was good. Philip, good question. How many crowns? I actually don't know. Not a lot is the short answer, because I kind of play it on and off. Not many. What about you? How many do you have? Reigning $20 gift card champ, not winner, but reigning champ to the prize. That's it, man. Claim it. 497. Jesus. Oh, why can I not scroll? I'll try and scroll back here. Min. Something was slowly falling. I didn't know what it was and hit the ground. Oh, jumped straight off the edge. Oh my god, I've done it again. No, there's about, I reckon, 8 or 9 questions that are Min's questions. And then I plucked the rest out from various websites, so... Min's questions definitely did make it in. Because they're a little bit more crafty than my ones, Min's questions. Like, you'll be able to tell what ones he's come up with versus what I've come up with. I wonder if it randomizes. Yeah, I used your ones, mate. Absolutely. The first lot you sent through, I definitely did use them. Definitely did. Yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to police this, Grok, with Min knowing the answers to half of them. Brandon, do you know why AFL23 won't be on the Switch? Because you have the friendly ones on the Switch. Yeah. It's basically because in order to put it on the Switch, the game would have to be like a lot worse graphically and a lot less detail in it, because you got to think, because like there's 44 players between two teams plus the umpires, it's a shitload of people and movement to have on the ground. So graphically, they would have to drop the graphics and everything ridiculously to be able to fit it onto the Switch specs is what the answer was. And apparently Switch don't really, or didn't want to really have anything to do with having patch updates and things like that. So it does suck for Switch people, but I think that sometimes is the risk you take of purely just having one of those handheld consoles is that you may from time to time miss out on the full version of games or access to other things that, you know, we get. And I know, like, you know, someone said today, oh yeah, but Evo 2 was on Switch. It's like, yeah, it was, but the graphics were shithouse. And that's just because the, you know, point in time that it was in, and that they decided to restrict the graphics on the game in order to get it on the Switch. So that's what they wanted to do. But I think Big Ant wanted to maximise the game graphically on the next. And I think because it's like next gen as well, there's obviously just more to gain. More to gain from having it, you know, smashing it out on the next gen consoles. Anyway, he started crying, held him for a bit, slowly put him back, patted him, and the idiot just got knocked out. God, baby's life rocks. Well, hopefully he's okay, first and foremost. The worst, I'm not sure if you've had this happen to you yet, and I hope you don't, but it happens to all parents, is when you're putting the young child to sleep, you're patting him on the back or patting him on the bum, whatever you got to do. You know that they are out, and then you sort of ease up on the padding. You tippy-toe out the room. The door kind of closes halfway, and you might not have had any WD-40 in the hinges, and it makes a bit of a squeak noise. Bang, baby awake. Or the door doesn't even have to creak. They just know that you've walked away and you're no longer touching them. It is ridiculous that they know that. So annoying. He's fine. That's good, that's good. Rockstar was sleeping. Hey, that's the most important bit, mate, because that means you and your missus are getting quality sleep time yourselves. And that is not to be undersold in any way, because, you know, parenting's a tough gig, so you need to have your energy and she needs to have her energy too. So that's really good to hear. Fuck, there's so many people here. What is happening? That happened on Sunday night? Yeah. How shit is it? Like I said, I have had times where I know Noah or Liam, I think both have done it to me, I've heard them snoring. Like, so I know they were out of it. But then you walk away, you just leave the room, and then bang, up bolt right, looking out for you. You're like, oh, for fuck's sake. You know, sometimes you can spend like 30 or 40 minutes. Oh shit, this is the bottom level. Oh my god, there's so many people. Wow. Shit. For some reason, the video of me throwing the ball at Liam playing with dinosaurs and saying, "Here comes the asteroid," popped up on your news feed, and you listened and started laughing again. You showed your mum as well. That was pretty funny. I was happy with that one, Grog, not gonna lie. I don't know whether Lauren will post this on Facebook or not, but we're at her brother's house for tea tonight, and the kids were all outside running around, and she videoed me. I was laying on the lounge room floor, like fully engaged watching Bananas in Pajamas. No other kids were in the room, but I was like just glued to it. So she thought it was quite amusing that even though the kids weren't there, I was well into the bananas. Brody, first thing you're going to do is you're going to play 5-minute quarter on the easiest difficulty, test everything, and do the proper game. Yeah, I think it's a fair call. I think the first thing I might do is I might jump into the training thing quickly and just have a mess around with the buttons and see what tutorials they've got, and actually try and understand the controls, and then maybe a couple of quick games, and I'll probably jump straight online, to be honest. I'm a bit of a nuffy like that. Online stuff for the win. Min, it is quite weird at his age right now. He loves the teddy bear. Oh, is it quite weird? Sorry. No, I think you can't be anywhere without it. Yeah, I think that's okay and relatively normal. I'll do duos Toledo. If anyone else wants to play, feel free to add me on, what's this game on, Epic or Steam or whatever. Is it a full-blown teddy, or is it like one of those ones that's got the head but like the material body, if you want to call it that? I think it's okay. It's we'll jump back and we'll invite. But having the teddy min, it's a good little comfort tool for them, and it might actually mean, or be part of the reason why he's sleeping like a rock star, because he's got some comfort there. And I think that's okay. I don't think that's bad at all. Oh, why did it boot? Seriously. Oh, that's why. I get it. You'll start a Collingwood career mode? Yeah, I think there's going to be, funnily enough, I think there's going to be a lot of people, Brody, who are going to play to get retribution wins. So, what party win? Does it say what party? Like, you know, if you have a bad loss to the Hawthorn, for example, in real AFL, people are going to replay games against teams they lost to just to smash them to feel good about themselves again, which would be very funny. A wool teddy bear. I think it's okay. Potentially, Min, I know you mentioned it the other night in some capacity, but it might have you or your partner's scent on it too, and that might be soothing for him. As long as, the only thing to be careful of at that age is to make sure that it's not, obviously, common sense, on their face or covering them. But like, I don't know if you're using like the swaddles or the jumpsuits where their arms are kind of locked in, so they might not be able to grab it and hold it into their face anyway. But yeah. And it's sort of, like I said, there's no right or wrong way. It's whatever works for you guys. So if that's what's working for him and he's sleeping, and that means you guys are sleeping, that's a win. The other thing I'll suggest, Min, and I mean, at the moment, you obviously don't need this right now because he's sleeping well, which is awesome. But if you ever go through, and unfortunately you probably will go through stages where sleep is rough, it's just the sleep regression. I hate that word so much, but it's so true. If you go on to, I'm going to say, where did you get it from? I can't remember if it was Etsy or some Instagram store or some bullshit, I don't know. But it's called a Riff Raff. And basically it's like a teddy bear, or it's a koala head, and it's got like the long fluffy flat blanket body kind of thing. But it's got like a sound box in it, and it either plays like a lullaby or white noise. And that we found that was amazing for Noah with his sleep. That like really turned him around and got him. He was having a real shit one for quite some time, and that really helped sort of soothe him and get him back on track. So Riff Raff is another good little device if you ever are having troubles with sleeping. You can't grab it fully too. Okay, that's good though, Min. That's good. It's always such a scary thing at that age. They've taken AFL Evo 1 and 2 off the store. Interesting. Someone on Big Footy was telling a story today, Brody, that they were in an EB store. I don't know which one, but there was a mum in front of him, and she went up to the counter and said that she wants to buy her son the latest AFL game. And the person behind the counter either isn't aware that there's AFL23 coming out, or what the go is, because they then sold him AFL Evo 2 for $29. I mean, technically speaking, that is the latest AFL game right this second. But I think the correct answer would have been to have given them a pre-order for the AFL23. So there's going to be a pretty shitty kid whenever he gets that game, realising that it's not the right one. I think we finished first there, squad. Well done. well done, Toledo and Philip. I'm not sure who the other random fourth was. Yeah, so, but like, while the story is funny, Brody, it also, in some cases, I feel a little bit alarmed that stores don't know. I don't know if they don't know about it. And this is the other bit of info that that Ross posted, and I don't know. I take him for his word, obviously. That to date, the pre-orders for AFL23 is the most of any Big Ant game that they've ever had, which is awesome, especially when you consider how little we actually know about it. This one's shit. I hate this one, Brady. I agree with you. So yeah, that was an interesting bit of information. Their pre-order sales are like through the roof, off the back of us not knowing much, which is kind of cool. And hopefully that means that we start entering the territory of getting a game every couple of years. I think it might be too difficult to get a game every year. I don't know if that's really realistic, but every 2 years maybe. Speaking of other Big Ant games, they've announced Cricket 24, which will be... I've not played their other cricket game, Cricket 22, but I think I will have a crack at Cricket 24, because I really enjoy cricket, and I'm not sure why I haven't played another cricket game yet. Seriously, the last cricket game I would have played would have, honest to God, been Shane Warne cricket, I reckon. So I'll definitely be getting that. They're making Rugby 24 and Australian Open Tennis. They've got like 4 games on this year. It's huge. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it in Cricket 22, and that's why I'm a little bit shocked at myself for not getting it. But I reckon I'll definitely do Cricket 24. So that should be out early to mid-June, in line with the Ashes. Yeah, I think every 2 years for an AFL game would be about right, especially because they're going to be active with doing patches. We need some Melbourne... I actually, not even joking, last night I was about to fire up GeoGuessr, and then I got roped into watching I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. I got guilt-tripped. Brady's going to get Cricket 24 as well. Do they, on Cricket 22, Min, or anyone else has played it... Do they have like a pro clubs or a multiplayer thing where, like, you know, we can play with 2 people as a batsman at either end? Do they have that? I've got Don Bradman cricket. Oh, Don Bradman 14-17 Ashes cricket. Oh, Jesus, you're all into it, Brody. I'd love to know a bit more about the game modes that are in the cricket games, because I reckon a little pro clubs thing, like we were talking about at work today, they'll never ever do this. But imagine there was like a proper pro clubs for a cricket game. Say you've got 11 mates playing, and you're in the batting team, and you've sat there for fucking 4 hours waiting your turn to bat. You finally get to the crease, out first ball. Like, it would be so shit, but so funny. And they could only do that if there was something else to do while waiting for your turn to bat, but I reckon that'd be cool. Well, not if you were batting at number 11, I suppose. That'd be pretty average, but... At a minimum, I'd love to be able to play it with, like, another mate. That, yeah, you can control the striker and non-striker, and then, you know, when someone goes out, you're the next batsman in. I'm not sure, they might already do that. I don't know. I'll read it in a sec. Try and concentrate, make sure I don't get... Oh! We're still doing... Oh, no, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. And how long's this going for? Oh god, the fan's catching us. The fan's catching us. Meh. Oh, they have co-op? Okay. We've got multiplayer mode. Yeah, I'm all in for that, I reckon. Do you guys know when a premiership team wins a grand final, the next year they have the gold badge? Yep. Will that happen when you win? Good question, Brandon. I don't think that will happen. I think that would be a hard thing to implement. The closest I think we'll see is I reckon the Geelong Guernseys will have the gold badge, and I reckon they might patch it for the future actual AFL Grand Final winners. But to have the Guernsey of your team, if you win the flag in a seasons match, I don't know. Maybe they'll surprise us and they will. That's a good question, though. It'd be cool if you could. You and your Brody, me and my mate played on the same team against South Africa. And so is that how it worked then? So you were just like the striker and non-striker and just plotted away? Because I reckon the pro clubs thing, my suggestion before, would only work if it was like 2020. You wouldn't want to do test match. Well, here we go, guys. Final. I'm pretty sure in the kit menu at the launch, that Geelong did have the gold. As much as that pains me. You know what would be a fun game with viewers when it comes out next year? What's that, Grok? Yeah, play. Oh, that's cool, Brady. I like that. I'll definitely get cricket then. Because funnily enough, like Herbie, who's a Pink Panther as well, he hates cricket in real life, but has said he would love to play a cricket game if it had like the multiplayer capability. Oh, I don't think I'll make that jump. No. So many people. Just want a section to myself. Oh, I should have left that one till last. That was silly. Well, I didn't really achieve much there, did I? Shit. Sorry, I'll read chat in a sec. I've got to get this crown. Go away! Oh, now we're fighting over the same spots. Ah, good balls. Oh my god. They just came from everywhere. Paris 2024 Olympics. Oh, hadn't considered that. Do you remember the old school Olympic ones where you got to like full button mash to get the speed up? Oh, did we win? Oh, who carried us? Well done, whoever that was. Who carried at the end? Was that you, Philip, or Toledo? Get the crown. Well done, whoever carried us there. Very good. GG's in the chat. First crown for the night. Oh, we've got a party crown. Well done, Philip. Good carry, good carry. I just kept getting cut off. No worries, Toledo. Thanks for jumping on, mate. Hey, and we got a crown as well. What a game. Impact player, Toledo. Impact player. I like it. No, the one before that I reckon... Oh, Athens. Athens Grok. That was the game I'm thinking of. What a game that was. The other game I'm still very strongly considering getting is EA PGA Tour that just come out. Well, the early version came out yesterday, and the full version, or the normal version, comes out on the 7th.
Son of a bitch, Paul, why didn't you just go home?
That's it.
That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys have watched any clips of the PGA game other than what I put on TikTok, but it looks incredible. The graphics, I suppose the beauty of a golf game being fairly still and not so action-packed is you can really nail all the fine details, and it looks bloody good. So I'm strongly considering getting it because it's got multiplayer as well, but I just want to make sure I've got all my funds aligned to get AFL on the places I need to get it first before I get the golf game. 1 crown away from 500, Phil. Well, let's get that crown. Oh, good, Toledo. I'm glad you're still here. We're on a roll. Do I think that the grand final and Anzac kits will be in 23 on release? Brady, I'm pretty confident I saw the gold patch on the Geelong Guernsey at the launch when scrolling through the kits. Obviously the Guernsey suite was quite extensive with all the different bonus ones, and they did say that there's going to be more to come. So I would assume that Anzac will be in there, because they got announced today, didn't they, or yesterday? So I reckon, I would assume that will get patched in, and same with the Indigenous round ones, SDNR, I reckon that will get patched in too. They seem pretty, and rightfully so, they seem pretty impressed with themselves with the jumpers. And I wholeheartedly agree, because it had a lot more to choose from than I thought they would ever have. Yeah, I know that in the trailer that we saw with the Geelong and Sydney gameplay from the grand final piece, that definitely didn't have the gold in it, obviously, because the game hadn't been won yet. But I do remember seeing the gold on the on the kit in the on the launch night, because I was kind of looking out for it. No charcoal and mustard for us. Oh, I caught onto it. Get in. Suck on that ass, bro. Yes, my brother-in-law raised this to me tonight at the price of the food at the Masters. $1.50 for a hot dog. Like, we're paying $7 for one at Marvel. What the hell's going on? What other prices do they have? Has anyone got any other prices from there? $5 for a beer? What is it at MCG? $8, $10 and it's a light? Or a mid? $1.50 for a vegetarian sandwich. Like, you could nearly argue the ingredients cost more. 12 like 1080. The thing is, we all still pay it, don't we? Like, the football, sadly, is becoming less and less of a family event, because it's just too expensive. I know you don't have to buy your food there, but even just to buy tickets to the game if you're not a member, petrol, parking, e-tag, like, it's all huge. Our random teammate is bad. Oh, okay. At least it's not me. But no, we'll carry him. We'll be right. It's offset from you and Toledo being elite at it. 18 crowns away from... What's the golden chicken? What does that do? $3 for a ham and cheese or chicken sandwich. Jesus, I paid $7.50 for an egg sandwich at the fucking service station today. So why are the Masters charging so little? Or more importantly, why can't Marvel and the MCG copy? I think Marvel and MCG were kind of celebrating that they didn't hike their prices up. One of them held their prices last year. You know, great, but a little decrease wouldn't go astray. Oh, we're already at 50. $77. Only 6 teams qualify here. We need 20 more. Oh, fuck. 10 more, 10 more. I think we're okay here. Yeah, very good. Well done. First place. $200 AUD for a ticket to the Masters, okay. Okay, so there's the question then, isn't it, Grok? Would people rather pay a higher entry fee to go to an event to get ultra cheap food prices? Oh, we're second, that's right, we still qualified. All good. So, Grok, when you say $200 for the Masters, does that go for multiple days, or is that just a 1 day, 1 entry? That's a day pass. Fuck. That is pretty steep, isn't it? How long does it go for, though? Is it like 9 till 5 or something? When AFL23 came out, they had crowd chants, but in season pack they got rid of them. What would they get rid of the crowd chants for? I would have thought that's a good feature, Brody. That's going to be the interesting part with AFL23 will be, are the crowds reflective of the game? So when GWS play Gold Coast, will you notice a significant decrease in the amount of people in the crowd, or is it just going to be a stock standard like animation or stock standard amount of people? Something there that's blocking it. Ugh. Was never going to make that jump, was I? Put it through. Collingwood Chandler got rid of it. What would you get rid of that for? 200 for a day pass, 680 bucks if you want the weekly pass. Far out, that's steep. Hopefully when Collingwood are about to win. It would be cool to have that realism stuff in there, Brady. I agree. I don't think it would be that hard to implement, would it? Like, I can imagine if I was playing against Collingwood and that happened, I would throw my control through the screen. That would... Which would be a good, you know... good part of the game, I suppose, but... Who'd pay 700 bucks to watch a week's worth of golf without getting to play? It's a good point you make, Rob. I mean, most memberships into the high-end courses would cost about that much per year, wouldn't they? And you get to play any weekend you wanted. But no doubt there is golf fans that follow it around like what people do with the Ashes or the Australian cricket team. Oh, this level's shit. Really don't like this one. That's right, Toledo. We're still in. We're qualified. I'm sure we qualified. Yeah, we're in. Oh, you posted the menu? Sick. I'll have to have a look at that. I'll have a look. Let's go, fellas. Top 2 qualify. Oh, one of them's already off. Oh no, I thought my teammate. Sorry. Yeah, is anyone else looking to get the golf game? I reckon it looks pretty good. It's I think it's like it was $114, I think, for the ultimate version, or whatever you want to call it, and maybe 90 or 95 for the normal version. Yeah, I was thinking about that as well, Brody. Like, it's going to obviously decrease in price at some point, but like the thing that's making me unsure is obviously with the AFL game out. Like, am I going to just be spending all my time playing that? But sometimes it's okay to have a couple of games to go between. Is anyone else getting to the footy this weekend? I'm actually going to my first game this week. First game for the year, should I say, not ever. And it's meant to be bloody raining, would you believe? So I'm pretty pumped to be getting along to a game, taking the young fellas. AFL and Cricket 24. Yeah, well, like I said, Cricket 24 is meant to be in June. Oh. So I think I'll definitely get that. And that, yeah, that'll keep me going for a while. There's been speculation that the new soccer or the new FIFA might have an announcement or release of some kind soon as well. Apparently they were speculating that they might release their game earlier, whatever the new game looks like, which would be good because it always annoyed me. We're in another final, fellas. Back-to-back final. There was only 3 of us. Where did our teammate go? He was at the top. It always annoyed me when FIFA comes out and then 2K comes out, and like they're both within like 2 weeks of one another. It's like, just give us some time to crack into one properly, will you? So if the new soccer game comes out in like August, that'd be okay. Oh, because you got your work to do, Grok. Surely it's company supply all the alcohol. Let's go, boys and girls. New soccer game, cricket game. Yeah, sports games galore. Loving life. And I'm kind of happy that the sports games coming out are coming from an Aussie-based developer too. It means we get to support someone local, which is always good. Oh shit. Oh god. Nope. Haven't ever played a UFC game before. Any good? I've seen some like oh my god, where am I going? Clips and TikToks, which are pretty good. Alright, we've got to get this 500th crown. Oh. Oh shit, I'll jump down because we're all on the same platform there. Oh, that was bad. And I'll read that in a sec, Brody, about the UFC and the AFL. Oh, Jesus. There's people everywhere. I have no idea if anybody is above me. Ah, shit, there was. Oh. No. Oh, shit. I might have done it. Did I do it? Ah, shit, there's still someone over there. No! Oh! I fell last! Yes! Wow, that was lucky. That was very lucky. Woof. Thought I botched that there. There we go. There's another dub. Back-to-back crowns, if you don't mind. Get around us. GG's in the chat for the back-to-back crowns. Sorry, Brandon. I'll get back to that. I just got a bit caught up there trying to not botch that. How would you guys rate the new graphics of AFL23? I think it's quite easily, by far and away, the best AFL graphics we've had. And it makes sense because obviously Evo 1 and 2, AFL Live 1, they were all made before next gen. So with the amount of technology and time and just natural time that's passed by, it's completely logical to understand why the graphics are as good as they are. My only thing is, and this is with all games, not just AFL, but all these games do these really amazing graphics, which you see in the trailers and the promos of, like, you know, you think about FIFA, for example, or 2K, when you see a really close-up, sick-looking dunk, or a slide tackle, or a nice shot at goal, and you can really see all the in-depth, you know, player images. But in reality, when you're actually playing it, you really don't get to see that type of graphic when you're playing, do you? Because your camera's further back, and it's only on replay and stuff like that. So I think it's easily the best graphics we've had in an AFL game. No worries, Toledo. Thanks for playing, mate. Thank you for the back-to-back crowns as well. Very, very good. Let's go. That's awesome. Give Toledo some love. Oh, who called that? Let's do Slime Climb. Oh, did you pick a specific mode here, Philip? Oh, what did you say wrong, Brody? Remind me if the 010203 lines... Oh, the 0102, yeah. What for the Star Team mode, what past legends would everyone love to see included in the game at some point? I reckon it'd be cool to have Ablett Senior and Junior. I reckon that would be... And, like, keep in mind that they probably all won't happen because of varying licensing agreements and things like that. Tony Lockett, you would think, would be a logical one. Peter Dacos for the Pies would be a logical one. Dane Swan would be good. Oh, I'm getting pushed. Shane Crawford, Johnny Platten. It's like, how far back do you go, though? Where do you draw the line? Wayne Carey. Although, I don't think they'll put him in, just because of the controversy that comes with it. For me, the player I'd love to have to play with is Big Richo. I reckon... I should have asked him on the podcast the other night, Brock, if he has had a face scan done for the AFL game yet. 38-second run in this. Fucking hell. Would you just sprint it? Yeah, jump straight over. Plugger, Lee Matthews, Nick Rewaltz, just for the smother. Jordan Lewis, Sam Mitchell. There's so many good past players, isn't there, to have in here? Be interesting to see what they do. The world record, 26 seconds for this. Wow, that's pretty good. I agree, bro. I reckon they're going to go a fair way back. Because I think you will get less pushback from the older players of like the 70s and 80s to use their image and their likeness in the game than what you would for someone who, say, retired 3 or 4 years ago, because they'll still be doing jobs and media and bits and pieces, whereas someone who retired like in the 70s and 80s, who's been out of football for ages, I think they would just be honoured and privileged to even be thought of to be part of a mode like that, if that makes sense. That's what I've found anyway when doing like past player interviews for the podcast. The older players tend to be like, oh yeah, I'll do it, because they get to talk about their time in the game again, and they love it. Hall of Famers, yeah, true, that's a good call. Hall of Famers at this stage, unless they want a Brownlow or Coleman. Fair, yeah, he'd be a good one. Tim and Joe Watson. Yeah, that knocked out quite a few people there, Philip. Oh, so we're doing just Slime Climb. Okay. Is the final Slime Climb as well? Is it just like last man standing or last pair standing? How does this work? But yeah, the interesting thing about the Star team, and we've said it before, is they have to make sure that the card ratings that they give to these players actually play and feel the way that the rating is. Like, there's no point in having like a 96 Buddy Franklin. Oh, you fuck. Fucking held me. There's no point in having like a 96 Franklin if it doesn't feel any different to an 85 Franklin, if you know what I mean. So they've got to make sure that the stats are all relevant and you can actually tell the difference. Oh, you're gonna have to qualify here to carry us. I'm not sure, or if this is solo, I'm obviously just out. Oh! Got the hammer, very good. Imagine a Richmond, or a prime version of the plays. Yeah, that's right, in their prime, exactly right. Imagine a forward line, Bolton, Hart, Martin, Bartlett, Richardson, Rewalt. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I reckon that's what the platinum cards will be, Brody. So, well, I say platinum, that's just a guess, but let's say it's bronze, silver, gold, platinum, or whatever the top level is, might be gold. I reckon that will be players, but their stats are reflective of what they were like in their prime. Like their photos, kind of like FIFA, their photos and images might be maybe even older version of them or a younger version of them or whatever it might be. But I think the stats will reflect what they were thought to be in their prime. And it'll be interesting as well to know how they get to that number, like the overalls and all the different stat lines, how they come to that conclusion for the past players. Is this solo mode, Phil? Like, am I out now? I think I am. I'm eliminated. I hope in the future of AFL video games they have an umpire mode. How would they implement that, do you reckon, Brandon? Like that you would just literally be able to run around as the umpire and just award the free kicks. That would be an interesting take on the game. That'd be very interesting. Oh, VR, yeah, VR AFL game, that'd be cool as well. I really like Richo's honesty about getting pinged for dissent multiple times a week if he was playing these days. Well, he couldn't be dishonest about it because we all know he'd get pinged for it. Alright, we'll watch you in this final, Philip. We'll watch you crown it up. I reckon the next one, though, we'll just play the normal mode. I'd be so biased. I don't know. Someone mentioned it a few last week or the week before. But like, imagine if they did have that umpire mode, but you could umpire, like if two of your friends were playing multiplayer against each other online, but you could umpire that game. Like, imagine the shit you could cause by just like being biased towards one mate and just paying ridiculous free kicks. Like, that would actually be funny to stream as well. Like, you could just torture your mates, just absolutely troll the shit out of them. Like, it's the equivalent to your special referee matches on WWE games, isn't it? I also have a mode like on FIFA where you could, yeah, turn rules off, yep. Like, imagine doing, even just to extrapolate on your FIFA point there, Grok, imagine doing like an AFL lounge where, yeah, you could turn rules on and off, but you could also put in like the super goal rule, or players might have to start with fatigue, or you might start with, you might only have one on the bench for some games. Like, they could put all kind of weird and wacky rules in an AFL lounge thing, which would be cool. Oh, Philip, you are landing some good jumps there. Just run the whole field without a bounce with Bolton, yeah. Survival mode. How have you not fallen off yet? Surely you're off now. Oh. Unlucky there. I can't believe you stayed on for that long. That was a great effort. Someone did mention, Grok, that they thought they saw something about mini-games in here. I don't... Oh, no, I don't want to play Slime Climb. How do we change that? I didn't see anything in particular about mini-games, but I hope they are in there. Because wasn't there like the, like kick a torpedo, hit some targets and things like that? Was that, if I remember correctly, was that some of the stuff? Lose handball? You were very close, Phil. I can't believe you stayed on for as long as you did. You got hit by about 4 or 5 bombs straight up in the air and you still landed. It was incredible. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what other modes and bits and pieces they have. And that's what I'm kind of hoping, like whoever the content creators they had come in this week, I really do hope that they were able to explore all that stuff as well in a little bit more detail. Especially given that, obviously what we saw on launch night was not the full menu. So it would be good to see all the different modes a little bit. Hopefully tomorrow's when some of that drops. Like I said, reading between the lines, we might see it. Yeah, 3-on-1, you were killing it. An update, don't buy the new fried chicken pieces from Hungry Jack's. No good? Actually, speaking of a food update, I was alerted to the fact today that there's potentially going to be... It's allegedly either a McDonald's or a Wendy's, as in the American Wendy's, that's going to be opening up in Hampton Park, where like they knocked down some shops there ages ago, and there's a Red Rooster and another set of shops with like Safeway and Coles, all that kind of shit. But if they open an American Wendy's there, oh my god, it would be unbelievable. Especially because I'm in Hampton Park a bit visiting family and whatnot a couple of nights a week. That would be very good. Would also make me very poor. Oh. Wouldn't be good for the health either, but fuck it. First place. I love how the AFL is promoting the game as well, Brody. Agree, mate. Agree. It's the first game the AFL have actively really gotten behind. I will say, though, I don't think the marketing of the game has been done very well. I think they've gotten a few people offside. And now I think that it's the AFL running the marketing and letting Big Out know when they can and can't do stuff. That's just the impression I get. Because it kind of, the way it's been done is very backwards to what we're used to for games. Just with the release of info and all that, like, you would have thought there would have actually been better off having the launch night this week with a much more up-to-date copy of the game to showcase everything to get everyone on board. Like, I know they've gotten smashed their pre-order numbers. I just think it could have gone to a whole new level, unless their thinking is, well, we've gotten a shitload of pre-orders already without showing anything really. Let's try and get a second wave through this week, maybe. I don't know. I think they could have done it a little bit better, but maybe that's because we're used to it happening a certain way. We did get one too, Phil. That's very good. 3 pieces of chicken that were about the size of 2 nuggets together. $10. Yeah, fuck that, Rob. That and the bursties can piss off too. I'm with you, Brody. It's the most excited I've been as well. It's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. There we go. Can we get another first place? And we've got the AFL quiz tomorrow night, so it's all coming up AFL at the moment. I want to try and get early access to these EA games as well. Somehow. Oh, Brody, I'm like smashing refresh like a madman on any type of place that has AFL23 content. It's ridiculous. It's like an addiction. Oh, close enough. I did find a new possibly... Oh, what ice cream, Grok? I usually go the coffee flavoured ice creams. Just because I know that my kids can't have it, number one, and Lauren won't have it either. So, it's a win. Like, I've even got, like, the tab open on my phone for Big Footy for the AFL23 thing. Like, it's just crazy levels. So, Brody, they... Oh, I hate this level. They got in... Initially we thought it was one creator, but it turns out it's been multiple, because they said creators today. So they've had some creators go in, or are about to go in. I think they've already been in, to do proper gameplay footage. So they'll hopefully get posted. I think it'll get posted tomorrow. That's just my vibe. So yeah, like proper actual recorded gameplay footage, which is, I think, what everyone's been craving, which is good. And maybe as well, there might be more of an in-depth dive on other modes as well. Who knows? I'm not sure what they've kind of all been doing, but yeah, it's just following the crowd here. Oh, is it this one? Like, we keep going on the wrong one. To be fair, I'm not really working it out for myself though, am I? Oh, just wait. Yes, correct, Brody. We believe that is the two people who were there, Caden and Twisty. Well, Twisty was almost confirmed as not one of them, but then that might have changed. When we were told it was just one, it was more hinted at being Caden than Twisty. So that's the level I've got to get these type of invites, isn't it? Jesus. Well, they got like 80,000 subscribers on YouTube. They're killing it. Unbelievable. Yeah, hopefully they get some really, really good footage and some good insights from what they've seen. Yeah, and that's it, Croc. They've obviously got oh, that's gonna fling me straight away. Yeah, they've obviously got existing relationships with Big Ant and Ross. That's okay. I mean, hopefully now with what I was able to get to, hopefully that's sort of the start of some form of relationship with me and them as well. I know I've got a long way to go to get anywhere near the level of those two. But, yeah, you got to start somewhere, I suppose. Oh, he spilled some water. Oh, I'm off. Oh, it was awfully close. Ah, he fell off. I will read that in a sec, Brandon. Oh. Oh no. I just need one more person to disappear. Ah, that was a shit throw. Yes. Just imagine that in the future when they make new AFL games, I forgot to mention that I hope it will add sponsorship mode. Like, for example, when you coach a team that do sponsorship deals. Oh, I choose with a logo on the game. That's a good idea. I know they're definitely going to have like a management, in the management mode you get to do like the player wages and stuff like that, I believe. But that's an even further deep dive, isn't it? Being able to do all your sponsorship stuff and the logo placement and negotiate deals. That'd be a pretty cool idea, Brandon. I don't mind that. Oh, Philip, you died. So you're the last one. That's shit. I'll try and win this in your honour. No worries, mate. Thank you for jumping on. Thank you for helping carry to a couple of crowns as well. Much appreciated. More than welcome to play anytime we're playing some Fall Guys. Appreciate the support and the carry. Oh. God. Is anyone else taking a day off work to go play AFL? Or is it just me? I still would like... This is where having it digitally would be such a big advantage, that we could all have it installed on the 12th or the 11th. Oh god. You know, and ready to play it first thing on the 13th. I reckon, and I know it's probably not necessarily Big Ant's fault, but I reckon that's a really big missed opportunity. But maybe that's just the selfish part of me saying that. Bullshit. I think, Brody, I'm pretty confident it will come out digitally on the 13th. I just don't know what time of the day. Like, it sounds like it's going to be, they're aiming for midnight, which, you know, obviously makes sense. But it might not. Oh, fuck. It might. No, don't you dare, you dick. Stop holding me. Oh, you fuckstick. Seriously, that guy's a douchebag. What an asshat. Like I said, they're wanting it to hit digital at like 12:01 on the 13th, which would be awesome. But then, like, do I stay up till midnight? Hope I get a code by then, which I probably won't. But then they got to install it, like download it, install it. It's like, well, how long is that going to take? Like, that's why the pre-download is such a good idea, isn't it? But otherwise, like I said, I've got it pre-ordered at JB. I'll head down at 9 o'clock and chuck it in the PS5. But like, I don't want to play it on PS5 full time because it's actually more difficult to stream. It's not more difficult. Like, it's easy enough to stream because you do it through the capture card. But you lose your desktop audio, so I wouldn't be able to hear any alerts, any sound effects played, things like that. So that's a bit shit. If it comes out at 12, I might download overnight when I wake up and play. Yeah, and that's the other thing as well. I reckon a lot of people will do that. They'll see if it's out at midnight, hit download, go to sleep, wake up, and get stuck into it. I don't actually grow up. I don't have the yellow and black colour scheme. I don't know whether it was one you had to unlock at one point or if you had to buy it, but either way, I don't have it, and it's annoying. Because I like the skin, I just don't like being Essendon colours. They didn't say Brandon... they didn't say they were definitely doing it, but they didn't really say definitely to much of anything at launch night, but they did say that it was... The Guernseys were very much sort of unfinished and there was going to be updates. So I would be shocked if the Anzac and Indigenous wasn't in there. I mean, Anzac just got released today, I think, or yesterday. How good is... I thought Essendon's Anzac Guernsey was an absolute ripper. I'm not sure if they've done that design before, but with the red sash being all the red poppies, I thought that looked incredible. I don't know if anyone saw that, but it was very, very good. But yeah, given how heavy they've gone into all the different type of strips, Brandon, I would be shocked if they didn't have both of them included. And especially being fully licensed as well, and that closely tied into the AFL, you would think that that would be part of the requirements to have that kind of license, that you've got to tick all the boxes and make sure that it's represented, as close to real life as what we see as possible. Oh my god, no fault. What was the Pies one last year? I don't remember that one. Ginnivan kicked 5. I wonder if he's going to play Anzac Day. Oh shit. If he'll play Anzac Day. I'm really surprised that... Has he been picked for tomorrow night? I was surprised he was having to do stuff through the VFL. But yeah, I'll check the thread now, see if there are any updates. A lot of questions being asked. Tactical sub. Play sessions. They did say they were hoping to do play sessions, like in-store play sessions as well. Oh, okay, white kit but with the black stripes. Right, okay, yeah. Yeah, there's been some pretty good designs over the years for both the Indigenous and Anzac. Like, I'm lucky enough in my line of work that I have quite a bit to do with the footballs for all those games, so seeing all the artwork and everything come to life for that is pretty cool. Can cause me some serious headaches from time to time, but still pretty cool. Even the Gather Round, I don't know if anyone saw that, the Gather Round footballs launched, I think, last night or the night before. They come up very, very well. Again, slightly painful to make, just given the the colour and the man hours involved to do them, but they turned out really, really nice. Oh, what is... No! What's everyone's thoughts on the gather round? Does everyone reckon it's going to go alright? It's an interesting concept, like the... I know the NRL do it, but I suppose the big concern is going to be the state of the grounds. Like, imagine if it's a week full of rain. Like, the grounds are going to be cooked. I know they're not playing just on Adelaide Oval. They're doing a lot of the other sort of local grounds as well. But that's, yeah, like, it'd be interesting to know if the NRL have had any issues on that front, because it's kind of been stolen from them, I guess. But yeah, so if we did it here, we'd obviously have the MCG, Marvel. You would do obviously Geelong. So that'd be better. So even then, they might do like that Mars Stadium in Ballarat. So we'd have to use some local grounds as well, I suppose. But yeah, it just feels like with how choppy. Yeah, Mars for the smaller ground. Yeah, definitely. So it's just going to be interesting to see how that plays out. We'll see how we go. This might be my last one. I'm going to get to be good at work tomorrow. But it's been good talking footy as always. And I will keep trying to bring the AFL23 updates as best I can. Yeah, Casey Fields. Like, I live 2 minutes from Casey Fields, and I've never realised how big that joint is. Like, there's so much shit going on in there. There's like the Melbourne City, or who they are now, soccer stuff. They've got like the academy there. They've got a BMX, like proper bike track with the proper starting blocks and everything. They've obviously got all the footy. They've got netball. They've got so much stuff going on there. It's unbelievable. I just want to spitball an idea that I was thinking of today, just while I was driving home listening to... Oh, fuck! I'm not finishing on that. That's bullshit. Listening to radio. Does anyone listen to Fox FM in the afternoon at all with Carrie and Tommy? They do. I was thinking of ripping off a game that they do. For anytime someone does a Prime sub or a normal sub, that I can bring up a stopwatch on an internet browser, and just they're probably going to go on the Discord to be able to do it, I guess. But I'll say start, and they're going to try and say stop as to count out 5 seconds. So it's got to stop on 5.00 to win, and if they win, they get $10 or something. I don't know. Just a money incentive competition that they can play as a reward for subbing. And then I would obviously share the screen after to show them what time they stopped the clock on. Just something random. No, I missed that, Grok. What was the flavour? Always keen for your food thoughts. Hags... I haven't had Hag in ages. Caramel biscuit and cream. It's caramel ice cream with actual Biscoff pieces throughout. Right, okay. Interesting. Caramel ice cream is pretty good. Is that... this might be a silly question, but is that like pre-mixed in a tub? Or like from a shop in a current? Do they even have stores where you can do that? Caramel or rainbow paddle pop? Paddle pop's for the win. Pre-mixed in a tub, okay. They're in Coles, aren't they? I think I've seen. Or you can go to a servo and spend 4 times the amount like they do for Ben and Jerry's. Yes, Rainbow's caramel flavor. I do remember your theory on this. Not theory, but... it was expensive. That's always the like the shit thing. Like the ice cream's good and so is Ben and Jerry's, but it's always so bloody expensive. Especially if you're dumb enough like me to get it from the servo from time to time. Still haven't found another Woolworths that's got Prime in stock. Still on the hunt. And then I find out after that Lauren's like, oh, well, if you had told me how rare it was, I would have brought you like 7 or 8. I'm like, oh, well, to be fair, I didn't think it was going to be a shortage or run out within a day. $8 on special for a 500ml tub. Yeah, that's steep, isn't it? It's like the connoisseur tubs. They can sometimes be like $8 or $10 as well. Nice though, the cookies and cream connoisseur ice cream's pretty good. I do want to try the Maxibon waffle. Have you seen that one? Instead of like the normal biscuit they got on the other end, it's like a breakfast waffle essentially. Cafe Grande. I've not tried that one. And once again, because Lauren doesn't like coffee stuff, so I'm not going to go and buy it. Oh, well, I could buy a tub for myself, but do they do that on a stick? That might be my best chance. Alright, so I reckon maybe we give that 5-second stopwatch reward thing a go for subs to try and win a $10 prize. Something is for a bit of a laugh. Cookies and cream ice cream, Brody, is my favourite. The connoisseur one. Even like the Cadbury one. Any cookies and cream one's pretty good. If I go Cold Rock, I always get cookies and cream. It's coffee ice cream with an orange syrup. I'm not sold on. I would try it, but I'm not a fan of like orange chocolate or things like that. How much of a delay do you reckon there is though, Grok, over Discord? Because I'd have to join the Discord chat. Surely that couldn't be much different to a phone call to a radio station. Cookies and cream, yeah, for the win, Brody. Cookies and cream. So good. Even I'll accept Oreo as forming part of that cookies and cream family. The Oreo McFlurry, or the Storm, whatever you call it, from Hungry Jack's. I reckon one of the best ice cream still was from Wendy's, like our Australian version. Do you remember? I think they still do it now. They brought it back. It disappeared for fucking ages. It was the Wendy's Bits. It was like the chocolate ice cream with chocolate sauce, and you get Maltesers in it or M&Ms. It was unbelievable. And then, for some large amount of years, it wasn't there anymore. And I'm like, why? Why would you get rid of that? Zinger burgers are good. Zinger bacon and cheese. So, if we ever get KFC, my go-to would be the Zinger bacon and cheese combo. And then maybe a couple of cheeky tenders. Always get the boneless stuff. There's no need to get their actual normal chicken when you've got the strips on offer. They're expensive though, aren't they, I guess? Oh, fuck, I am not in a good spot here. The other thing I want to try from there, have you heard about their secret menu, Brady? They've got like it's almost like a popcorn chicken HSP pack. It's like a slab of popcorn chicken with sauce. Oh, I'm gonna miss out. Oof. Yeah, I'm on the bacon and cheese zinger as well. Yeah, absolutely. KFC. What are the crushers? What's that? Is that like their Slurpee? I'm torn on the genuine HSPs, Brody. I'm torn because the first time I bought one many years ago was after a big night drinking, and I was violently ill. And I know it wasn't the HSP's fault, but that was my lasting memory. And just the thought and the taste of the garlic sauce and barbecue sauce together with the chips and the meat. I haven't been able to bring myself to have one since. Like, Lauren actually ordered, our local pizza shop did like a HSP pizza, and I couldn't eat it. I just felt sick, just even the smell of the thought of it. And it's so shattering because I know they're so delicious, but I just can't bring myself to have it. Oh, you like the spider drink? Yeah. Yeah. The other drink that's shit is the Hungry Jacks, the Bursties. I think you like them, Grok, from memory. I can't handle it. Like, it's like eating Zorbies. I don't understand. Like, all the different frozen flavours is pretty cool. But the little balls at the bottom, it's just a weird-ass texture. Like, sucking them up through the straw when it's like if you were to put a straw in a paintball gun and you're just sucking up all those little paintball pellets. It's just a horrible feeling. Not a fan. Like, I wouldn't mind if they just somehow had like a sour syrup or a sour kick to it. I don't mind sour stuff, but yeah, it's just the textural thing for me that makes it a bit weird. Oh, this could be to qualify. Yes. HSP with cheese and gravy is much better. Yeah, okay, fair call. Fair call. Actually, I was out at the, where was I? I was at the Lilydale International on the weekend, and I saw something on their menu that I've never seen on any other, like, bistro pub restaurant, and it should be there more often. So obviously you can get your roast of the day, run-of-the-mill, every pub or restaurant has it. What they had on their menu, so they had the roast, obviously, but then they had a roast of the day roll. So whether it was pork, beef, whatever, you get, roast pork roll with gravy in a brioche bun and chips. Unbelievable. Straight away, absolute no-brainer to order that. More restaurants should have their roast of the day as a roll and chips combination on the menu. Oh, they've got the fan in this one. Fucking hell. I never really tried the hot rods. Did you like them, Brody? Oh shit, get it off this one. The mashes are good. KFC mashed potato for the win. Oh god, this isn't good, is it? Ugh. If this piece... Oh my god. Could I get so lucky that this piece stays? Nope. Oh, use red wristed mash is better. Red wristed peas are good. That might seem like an odd food type to get from there, but I've always liked their peas. Jack Crisp's under investigation for a video. Oh, God. What's he done? Hopefully he hasn't incriminated himself too much. There's definitely, footy players, some of them are unfortunately silly enough to put themselves into positions where they can quite easily get exposed or caught or filmed doing stupid shit, but it's such a hard time for them because, yeah, there's no getting away from it. But they just need to be smarter. I was wondering what that music was the entire time. It was Words with Friends. There we go. Oh, roast beef rolls, Grog. Even ready roast. Get around ready roast. Oof. Very, very good. if I'm ever down your way, I know it has reputation, but the Roadhouse does beef and gravy rolls using slow cooked shredded beef and gravy. Oh, can get it with cheese. Very good. Happy to try anything like that. But yeah, Ready Roast is another good one. But there's one actually down the road. Might have to hit them up again soon. But that's a wrap for tonight. Thank you so much for dropping by. Oh, g'day, Kieran. Welcome. Quick summary on Big Ant stuff. The only sort of news we really know is that they've had some content creators go in to do some gameplay stuff and hopefully a bit more of a deep dive, which I think we'll see tomorrow, because there's been a couple of little cryptic posts that have led up to seeing gameplay on Thursday. I might be wrong, but so they've had some guys in to do content stuff, which will be seen in proper gameplay footage, so not filmed off a phone or a camera, which would be awesome. Other than that, digital stuff is still, they're hoping for it to drop on the Thursday at 12:01, but they're kind of bound by Steam and Sony and Microsoft as to when it goes live. So worst case, it could be 12 o'clock UK time, which would be 9 a.m. for us. G'day, Kano. Yeah, just about to jump off, mate. It's 11:55. How are you, Kane? Anyway, doing well, mate? Yeah, so that's pretty much it from the Big Ant stuff. I'm thinking we'll see more tomorrow. That's just the vibe I'm getting. But yes, footy, thank you for the reminder, Kieran. Footy quiz tomorrow night. Stream will start at 9 o'clock, Melbourne time, Kane. And the quiz will start off at about 9:30 p.m, but we'll do like a practice quiz beforehand, just because you got to link quiz kit to Twitch. It's easy to do. I'll show you all how to do it tomorrow night. It's a piece of cake. But yeah, 35 questions, AFL related. The winner gets a KB Leather Sharon and an entry into the draw. So it should be good. Oh, that's not good, Grok. Damn. They're not good at all. But yeah, if anyone does see any of the posts I put up about the quiz tomorrow or whatever, feel free to give it a like and a share. We'll try and draw a big crowd. Hopefully we can get a few new people on board and get some good numbers, give away a footy, have a bit of a talk about the game that's on. I realise that I'm probably competing against a footy match, but it is what it is. But we'll see how we go. So thanks to Philip, Cos, Laurie, and Declare Desraro earlier on in the night for the follows. Much appreciated. Thank you for the chat tonight. Brandon, Brody, Sardra's in, Min was in, Kane, Kieran, Philip and Toledo for their time playing. What did we play? We played Fall Guys, got some crowns. Brandon for the footy chat. Who else do we have through here? We had a few people in, didn't we? Toledo. Been a big night. Over Easter, good question. So, will I be probably, like, I'm not going away anywhere. It just depends. We've got stuff on Friday. If I am, it'll be at night time, put it that way. It won't be during the day because we've got a lot of family stuff on across the weekend. But I feel like there'll definitely be 1 or 2 nights over the weekend I'll do something, whether it's poker or Fortnite or Fall Guys, whatever it might be. And because I think there'll be some more info coming out for AFL, it'll be worth talking about too. So, but yeah, if I don't speak to you before then, have a good long weekend, a good Friday. Thank you for everyone's love and support for chatting. Keep an eye out for your AFL23 news. There'll be some subathon news coming soon when we hit the 500, which will be Jenga related. So it'll be Jenga pieces that'll have all punishments on it, which will be kind of quirky and cool. And then the quiz tomorrow night. So it's all happening. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks so much for the love and support. Hope your footy teams win on the weekend, unless you're the Bulldogs. Hope you lose. Hopefully we get up Grok and Kane. It'll be nice to get a win against the Doggies. But have a good night, guys. And hopefully we'll have some AFL 23 goss tomorrow and some gameplay. Catch you later.